is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high schools. Now, here's the woman with the questions, Donna Rush.
This week, we are into the quarterfinals. We have two teams here who are hoping to become one of four to enter the semifinals. We began with 88 teams, and now we're really narrowing it down. The two teams competing today are Lamar High School and James Taylor High School. We also have a really big crowd here today, as you can hear. Before we begin the warm-up round, we want to remind our teams about the different sounds that you'll be hearing during this game. This sound will indicate that your answer is correct. This indicates an incorrect answer, and this signals the end of a quarter or the end of the game. And we also want to remind you to please wait to answer until you are recognized by the judge. Let's begin the warm-up round with a 5-point question. One of the longest-running radio shows ever began broadcasting in December 1925 under the name WSM Barn Dance. It's still on the air under the name adopted in 1926. Name that show.
Taylor, Bridget.
American Bandstand. Chance for Lamar. Actually, it's the Grand Ole Opry. Now here's a 10-point question for you. Many vertebrates and some invertebrates possess both striated and smooth muscle tissues.
Lamar, Tony.
No clue.
That's a little early. I'll finish the question for you, James Taylor. But only vertebrates possess a third type of tissue that exhibits the unique property of spontaneous pulsation.
Taylor, encore.
Cardiac muscle.
That's correct. Cardiac tissue that we're looking for. For 5 points. Aristotle cited 6 elements essential to a play: plot, thought, character, diction, music, and spectacle. Though the list is still serviceable, we no longer consider one of these indispensable to a good play. Which of these has become expendable?
Taylor, Rick.
Diction.
Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Sergio.
Music.
Music is correct. All right, here's a 10-pointer for you. A conic section of eccentricity greater than 1.0 is called what?
Taylor, Rick.
Ellipse.
Chance for Lamar.
In time, Sergio.
Hyperbola.
That is correct. Yes, sir. Here's a 5-point question for you, and it is a visual. So please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2. Look closely at this photograph and identify the subject.
Taylor, Bridget.
A peacock feather? Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Justin.
The moon.
That's because it's so close up, but it's a parasol. It's a parasol. Now for 10 points. Betty Shabazz is the widow of which slain leader?
Lamar, Justin.
Malcolm X.
That is correct. Here's a 5-point question for you. In 1960, he quipped, "Nixon dismissed me as another Truman. I consider him another..."
Lamar, Justin.
John F. Kennedy.
Another Dewey. John F. Kennedy said that. Here's a 10-pointer for you. What's the largest chemical manufacturing company in the world?
Lamar, Justin.
Dow Jones.
Chance for James Taylor.
Taylor, Reggie.
Dow Chemicals.
DuPont is what we're looking for. 5 points. It means to decorate food as with parsley to make it look attractive.
Taylor, Bridget.
Garnish. Correct. That is the word we're looking for. Now here's a 10-point audio for you, so listen carefully. Listen to this excerpt from The Young Lutheran's Guide to the Orchestra and name the performer.
To become string players, but you want to be careful. Bass, for example, a very deliberate.
Lamar, Justin.
Jack Nicholson.
Chance for James Taylor.
And bass players do tend to be more methodical. Maybe.
Taylor, Reggie.
Garson Keillor.
That's who we're looking for. All right, here's a 10-pointer for you. How would it be possible for you to travel less than 5 miles from a border of the United States and be in a foreign country other than Canada or Mexico?
Lamar, Justin.
Cross the Bering Strait to Russia.
That's That is correct. There is an American-owned island and one that belongs to Russia, just 3 miles apart. Here's a 10-point question for you. It is a celebrity question, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2.
I'm Stephen Stein, the conductor in residence for the Houston Symphony, and I have a musical question for our contestants today. Austrian composer Franz Joseph Haydn wrote a string quartet which included variations on the Austrian national anthem. What is the title of the string quartet, whose title is also the title of Austria's ruler, Franz Joseph?
Emperor is what we're looking for. That is his title. Now here's a 5-pointer for you. A fiddle tune that was immensely popular during the early 19th century. This has been called the most American of all tunes. An endless string of verses has been written to it.
Taylor, Rick.
Yankee Doodle?
I'll continue. Enough to last as long as the fiddler holds out. Name this song with a type of poultry in the title.
Lamar, Justin.
The Chicken Roost.
Well, we're looking for Turkey in the Straw, and I won't sing that for you. Here we go. Here's another 10-pointer. The water in a geyser erupts when it reaches what point?
Taylor, Bridget.
The boiling point? Correct, for 10 points. Here's another 10-pointer for you, and it's also a visual, so please take a look at your monitors in the studio of Houston's 2. This illustration is entitled The Hanged Man. It is found on one of the 22 major arcana cards in what deck?
Taylor, Bridget.
Tarot. That is correct. You want to grab your pencils for this one. The formula for an intelligence quotient is 100 times a person's mental age divided by the person's real age. Therefore, a 12-year-old with an IQ of 150 would be considered to have a mental age of how many years?
Taylor, Encore.
180.
Opportunity for Lamar.
Lamar, Tony.
125.
Actually, 18. 18 is what we're looking for. Well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll take a look at that scoreboard for you, and we'll also start the bonus round in the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Texaco Star Academic Challenge. After that warm-up round, I'd say our teams are very warmed up. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, and you can see that. Lamar is now at 40 with James Taylor at 45, so we have a very close game here. We want to introduce our teams to you today. First of all, we're going to begin with James Taylor High School. The captain of the team is Rick Zoffer. He is a senior. He is a seasoned debater and National Honor Society parliamentarian. He's also vice president of Amnesty International and the Politics Club. Bridget Sprackman is a junior and a member of the newspaper staff, Junior Thespians, and the German Club. Reggie Stoney is a sophomore and a member of Amnesty International, the Politics Club, and the debate team. Ankur Kamdar is a senior and vice president of Mu Alpha Theta. He's a member of the Politics Club and a National Merit Commended student. The alternates are Andrew Chang and Azra Mizra. Coaches are Peggy Schneider and Shirley Koss. That is the team from James Taylor High School. Now, Lamar High School is an all-senior team and an all-international baccalaureate diploma candidates, each of these people. The captain is Justin Nelson. He is the route leader for Amigos de las Americas last summer in Ecuador, and he plans to attend Yale University. Tony Sullivan is presently taking French 5. He's debate club vice president, and he spent the last 3 summers in French immersion camp. Sergio Moreno is president of the National Honor Society, president of Thespians, and acted in several Lamar productions. And Ray Witt rounds out the team. He is a National Merit semifinalist, 3-year captain of the cross-country team, and a member of the track team. The alternates are Danny White and Josh Marcus. The coaches are Judy Walker and Dr. Carol Case of Lamar High School. To introduce our judges for you today, we have Professor Tom Hudson with the Department of Physics at the University of Houston, and Mike Mastandria. He is Executive Director of Score Unlimited. So let's begin our bonus round. Now, just to remind you, students, the way this works is the first team to properly answer a toss-up question will then have the opportunity to answer bonus questions. The bonus category you're trying for is a fill-in-the-blank category this time. Your toss-up worth 10 points. According to the 1990 population census, what are the 3 largest cities in Kansas?
Lamar, Justin.
Topeka, Wichita, and Kansas City.
That is correct. Here's your fill-in-the-blank bonus. Each hemisphere is divided into 4 blanks. The temporal, occipital, parietal, thank you, parietal and frontal.
Zones.
Lobes is what we are looking for. So we'll go to another toss-up question worth 10 points. What do we call the short line over the main headline, which is used to clarify or indicate an interesting fact?
Lamar, Justin.
Byline.
An interesting fact about the story.
Taylor, Bridget.
The kicker? That is correct. Or overline, either one. Now your bonus is in the category of painting for 5 points. In 1495, she became the 3rd wife of Francisco de Gioconda, a Florentine merchant. She became an artist model for 4 years because her husband wanted a painting of her hanging in the dining hall. She spent 4 years sitting for Leonardo da Vinci. Who was she?
The Mona Lisa?
That is correct. For 10 points. The painting Woman with a Parasol, Madame Monet and Her Son, is the painting chosen to represent the Impressionism exhibition at the National Gallery. What is the first name of Madame Monet's painter husband?
Claude.
Claude Monet is correct. For 15 points. Men and horses were the favorite subjects of this 19th century American artist. He painted them, and he also sculpted them in bronze. Who was he?
Remington?
Right, Frederick. This painting commemorating the 100th anniversary of the American Revolution was inspired by a July 4th parade. Can you name it?
Spirit of 76?
That is correct, and you swept the bonus category for 50 points. Now we're going to go to another toss-up question. For 10 points, which wire should be connected to the green screw on an electric receptacle?
Taylor, Rick.
The yellow wire?
Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Tony.
The green wire?
Looking for the ground wire, which prevents electrocution. Now for 10 points, another toss-up. This is a music, so listen to this song about a famous Native American and name the country artist performing.
Lamar, Justin.
Alabama?
Chance for Taylor.
Taylor, Rick.
Waylon Jennings.
I saw by the look on your face when I asked this. You weren't a country music fan, but it was John Anderson who we were looking for. Here's another toss-up for 10 points. The planet Mercury was so named because of which characteristic?
Taylor, Rick.
It's hot. It's really hot.
Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Tony.
The speed with which it moves around the sun is fascinating.
That's right. It has... Okay, we are looking, I will just read this for you. What 4 men left their jobs as fishermen to become Jesus' disciples? You'll earn 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, and so forth until you're incorrect. Just fire when ready.
Paul?
Peter, Andrew, James, and John is who we're looking for. All right, we'll go to another toss-up question, and we'll be playing for a bonus in U.S. history for 5 points. In a tribute to this novelist, Tennyson called him Victor in drama, Victor in romance, French of the French.
Taylor, Rick.
Victor Hugo.
That's correct. That's who he was talking about. And in U.S. history, your bonus for 5 points. What was the colonial term for people dedicated to ending slavery?
Abolitionists. Abolitionists.
Correct. For 10 points. A Democratic presidential candidate in the elections of 1952 and 1956 once said, an independent is a guy who wants to take the politics out of politics.
Adlai Stevenson.
Adlai Stevenson is correct. For 15 points. Which U.S. president pushes a button at the White House to set off an explosion at a dike in Panama to signify the completion of the Panama Canal?
Roosevelt. Theodore.
It was Woodrow Wilson back in 1913. And that marks the end of our bonus round. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll take a look at that scoreboard, and we'll enter our 60-second round. At that time, the teams will have the opportunity to choose from 1 of 4 categories: literature, math, opera, or that mystery category on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We're about to head into round 3, but before we do, let's take a look at that scoreboard. James Taylor doing very well in round 2, pulling ahead of Lamar now. James Taylor at 125, Lamar 60, but still a lot of time to go, so anything can happen. Right now, we're about to enter our 60-second round, but before we do, we want to let you know that all the questions written for this game are written by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now, we're going to give Lamar the opportunity to choose first and garner up some points. What category would you like?
We'll take the mystery category.
The mystery category. Now, you will have 60 seconds to answer as many of up to 10 questions as you can. Any missed or skipped, James Taylor will then have the opportunity to answer those questions. This category is miscellaneous. Judges, please begin the clock. The word for this piece of furniture comes from the Arabic for raised and richly carpeted bench.
Pass.
What do candlestick, revolver, rope, pipe, knife, and wrench have in common?
The weapons include
What is the plural form of the noun louse?
lice.
What relation to you is your aunt's child?
Cousin.
What is the only day of the week named for a Roman god?
Saturday.
A person born on the cusp between Scorpio and Sagittarius has a birthday in what month?
November.
What is the best-known Roman Catholic university in the world?
Notre Dame.
Amnesty International issues annual reports of what kind of abuses worldwide?
Human rights.
Poison ivy berries are what color?
Red.
According to Irish legend, a death in the family is preceded by the wailings and shrieks of an old woman. What is this legendary character called?
You got it right, 8 out of 10.
All right. Lamar, you got 80 points on that one. And now, James Taylor, you have the opportunity to answer 2 questions. The word for this piece of furniture comes from the Arabic for raised and richly carpeted bench.
Oh, come on.
Looking for sofa on that one. And poison ivy berries are what color?
Green.
They're white, so don't eat those white berries out there. Okay, now, James Taylor, you may choose the category.
We'll take literature.
Okay, literature. There are no directions on this one either. So, judges, please start the clock. In the story of Hansel and Gretel, what was the witch's cottage made of?
Gingerbread.
Who are the subjects of Roger Kahn's Joe and Marilyn, A Memory of Love?
JFK and Marilyn Monroe.
Who's obscure, according to a Thomas Hardy title? What section of New York City did James Baldwin's 1953 novel Go Tell It on the Mountain? What rank of nobility was given to Leo Tolstoy?
Count.
What repulsive mythological character was the only mortal Gorgon?
Medusa.
What city was the setting of Daniel Defoe's A Journal of the Plague Year?
London.
According to a poem by Robert Frost, what makes good neighbors?
Walls.
What Anton Chekhov play ends with the sound of axes chopping down trees?
1812 Overture.
Who said east is east and west is west and never the
Rudyard
twain
Kipling.
shall meet? All right.
70 points.
70 points on that one. Now we have the opportunity for Lamar to answer 3 questions. Who are the subjects of Roger Kahn's Joe and Marilyn, A Memory of Love?
Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe.
That is correct. Now, according to a poem by Robert Frost, what makes good neighbors?
Good fences.
Close with walls, but good fences. What Anton Chekhov play ends with the sound of axes chopping down trees?
The Cherry Orchard.
Cherry Orchard is correct. Well done. That brings the 60-second round to an end, but stay with us. Coming up is the Stump the Experts round, where the questions get even more difficult and are worth more points on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We're about to begin our Stump the Experts round, but before we begin, let's take a look at that scoreboard, and you can see we have 2 teams of academic experts here, because look at the score. James Taylor slightly ahead at 195 to Lamar's 170. Quite a game going on here, so let's get right underway with our Stump the Experts round. These questions are a bit more difficult, but they're worth more points, 15 and 20 points respectively. We'll begin with a 15-point question for you, and it's a visual, so please take a look at your monitor in the studio of Houston's 2. Identify the American artist who painted the work you see.
Taylor Bridget.
Georgia O'Keeffe. That is correct. You see on your screen. For 15 points. My love for Linton is like the foliage in the woods. Time will change it, I'm well aware, as winter changes the trees. My love for Heathcliff resembles the eternal rocks.
Lamar Justin.
The Captain Said It in Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte.
All of that is correct. The most enjoyable of all races. This is a sport that makes a body's very liver curl with enjoyment. What kind of race was Mark Twain describing in this statement?
Taylor, Rick.
A steamboat race?
That is right. For 15 points. 3 currently minted U.S. coins have grooves on their edges: dime, quarter, and $half. Why did the United States government mints begin stamping grooves on the edges of coins?
Taylor, Reggie. Front counterfeit coins.
Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Justin. Or vending machines.
Actually, people would shave small amounts from the coins, and so this was to prevent that. For 20 points. In Numbers 1, what did God command Moses to do on the first day of the second month?
Taylor, Rick.
Go down to where his people were and tell them what God told him to say. With the
Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Sergio. Have a feast?
Actually, he told Moses to number the people.
Watch consultation, Lamar.
Okay, to number the people. All right, here's a 15-pointer for you in music. Here's a lively movement from the Symphony number 93. Identify the composer, a giant of the classical era.
Taylor, Rick.
Mozart.
Lamar, Justin. Beethoven.
Haydn is who we're looking for on that one. For 15 points. The leading international airline in Germany is Lufthansa.
Lamar, Justin. KLM.
Okay, we'll continue. Ringed in a little early on this one. Rung in. What is the leading such airline in Italy?
Taylor, Reggie. Alitalia.
That is correct. For 20 points, which work was originally titled 4.5 Years of Struggle Against Lies, Stupidity, and Cowardice?
Taylor, Bridget.
A Confederacy of Dunces. Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Tony. War and Peace.
Mein Kampf is the title. For 15 points. Filling or grinding the base and edges of your skis. Actually, it's filing. Filing or grinding the base and edges of your skis to optimize the performance is known as...
Taylor, Reggie. Waxing.
Is known as what?
Lamar, Tony. Shaving the skis.
Looking for tuning the skis. For 20 points. Group 1B of the periodic table is composed of 3 metals with atomic numbers 29, 47, and 79. Name these 3 important metallic elements historically important in minting coins.
Taylor, Reggie. Gold, silver, platinum.
Chance for Lamar.
Lamar, Tony. Nickel, copper, and silver.
Looking for silver, gold, and copper. Both of you close there. Here's a visual worth 20 points, so please take a look at your monitors in the studio of Houston's 2. Stephen Sondheim composed the music and lyrics for a Broadway musical based on the paintings of a famous artist. The musical is Sunday in the Park with George. What artist is responsible?
Lamar, Sergio. Seurat.
Correct, George Seurat. Here's a 20-pointer for you. It's the headquarters of the American Quarter Horse Association. Name this Texas city.
Lamar, Ray. Horton, Texas.
Also the site of the world's largest livestock auction.
Taylor, Rick. Fort Worth.
Looking for Amarillo. For 15 points. Give the declension form of a plural personal pronoun in the objective case.
Taylor, Bridget.
Them.
Lamar, Justin. They.
Us, you, and them.
2 minutes.
For 15 points, state the quadrant or quadrants in which the tangent is positive and the cosecant negative.
Lamar, Justin. 1 and 3.
Cosecant. I apologize on the pronunciation. Cosecant negative.
Cosecant's not negative in the first quadrant. Taylor, Rick.
2 and 4.
Looking for third. For 15 points. From whose 1845 autobiography are the following words taken? It was not color but crime, not God but man, that afforded the true explanation of the existence of slavery.
Lamar, Justin. John Brown.
Chance for James Taylor.
Taylor, encore.
Eric Douglas.
That's right, his autobiography. Here's a music question, so listen carefully. What specific type of musical ensemble is featured in this next selection?
Lamar, Tony. Quartet.
String quartet is what we're looking for. Score 20 points. Home of a naval air station, this Florida city's name is from the Choctaw for long-haired people.
Taylor, Reggie.
Tallahassee.
Can you name it?
Lamar, Justin.
Tampa.
Pensacola for 15 points. Salmonella poisoning is a serious possibility with all of these foods except poultry, green apples.
Taylor, Bridget.
Green apples. Correct. For 15 points. What is the most popular game fish in the United States?
Lamar, Tony. Trout.
Chances?
Taylor, Bridget.
Bass. Right, largemouth bass. And here's another 20-pointer. Known as one of the most devious rivers in the United States, this river starts its 650-mile course in the Appalachians. And that signals the end of the game. Judges, is the score correct? The score is correct, and that means James Taylor will continue on to the semifinalists. A terrific game by Lamar and James Taylor. Congratulations to both teams. Join us next week again for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We'll have 2 more teams competing to get into those semifinals. It'll be Clearbrook and Bel Air. Join us next week. Have a great weekend.